Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Fitz TV here, AKG Lauren 33. I'm back here today with another video on the channel for you guys today. And today, we're going to be talking about Dragon Ball Super Super Hero. It's been a crazy 36 hours in the Dragon Ball community because the movie is officially out in Japan. It's been out for about a day and a half now. And if you guys were on YouTube or social media in general yesterday as a Dragon Ball fan, it was pretty chaotic because a huge amount of spoilers for the movie came out right away. And we're going to be talking about those major spoilers today. I know a lot of you guys were spamming me on Twitter, asking me what was my reaction, what I think about these new forms and all these other spoilers and stuff we're going to talk about. And you're going to get that in this video. I know I'm like a little bit late, but there was no way I was not going to make a video talking about this. It's just, no, it's unavoidable. There's no way I could have come on here, no matter how late it was, and not make a video on it. So that's what I'm here today to do. We're going to talk about Dragon Ball Super Super Hero. We're not going to talk about all the spoilers that came out. I know Gares, a fellow Dragon Ball YouTuber, he did an in-depth spoiler summary, basically explaining the entire movie from start to finish. I remember watching that video while I was at work yesterday. He also did a non-spoiler review, but there was really no point in me watching the non-spoiler review after checking out the spoiler review. There's also tons and tons of clips flying over the internet from this movie. If I'm being honest with you guys, I've seen a lot of clips, and I would say probably combined I've seen about maybe 6 to 7 minutes of this movie, you know, via these clips. But with the spoiler review that Gares came, we already now we know what happens in this movie basically from start to finish. He went in explicit detail in his video, and I'm gonna say right now I shouldn't really have to, because you know, if you clicked on the video, if you saw the title, you know, you guys know what we're going to talk about. But I'll give you guys one last chance. You know, we're going to start talking about DBS Super Hero spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, click off the video right now. I really shouldn't even have to say it, but I'm just saying it, you know, just one more time. But yeah, so let's get into it. So one thing I want to make perfectly clear. In 2022, in this era of social media, it is almost impossible to stay away from spoilers. It really is. No matter if it's a Marvel movie or a Dragon Ball anime movie, or your favorite TV show, it is impossible really to stay away from spoilers unless you take yourself off social media entirely. Like you have, like you're not even using Twitter, Facebook, you know, Instagram, anything like that, because it's so easy now, especially with the way the algorithm works on these platforms, that as soon as you open an app, the risk of you running into a spoiler indirectly or directly, it just shoots up by such a high percentile, and it's crazy, you know. In terms of Dragon Ball, look, I know there's a lot of people out there that may not be happy about the spoilers. There's a lot of people I've seen that got spoiled accidentally, right? You know, and I feel sorry for those people who really didn't want to get spoiled. All I can really say is two things on that front. Like I said, the best way to keep yourself safe and to really limit your chances of getting spoiled is just take yourself off social media entirely. That's really the best thing you can do. And you can hope that, you know, a friend or somebody you know doesn't spoil it for you, right? The other thing I would say is that, look, you know, you guys can get mad at some of these other content creators for just posting pictures about the spoilers on their social media platforms so openly. But here's the thing. Toei, they made a mistake. The mistake they made was releasing this movie in Japan and not releasing it to release in all the other countries simultaneously, or at least within a couple dates of each other. It really is that simple. For like here in the US, we will not be getting this movie for another 2 months. And this is what usually happens in Japan. You know, the first couple weeks a movie is out, right? They don't make trailers of, you know, the big spoily scenes or anything like that. But after a couple weeks, right, about 2 3 weeks of a movie being out, they usually make trailers and TV spots and stuff like that with spoilers to try to drive more people to go see the film, right? Usually for the first couple weeks, they try to have the people that really want to see the movie, go see it and, try to limit them from getting spoiled. And then after a couple weeks, then they try to market the people who may be indecisive and, who haven't made the decision yet to go see a film. So they'll show spoilers in these TV spots or little small teaser trailers to try to push people, hey, go see this film, to go see some of these crazy moments that we're showing you in a teaser spot or a commercial or something like that, right? So here's the thing. In the next couple of weeks, there's going to be official TV spots from Japan that shows some of the spoilers from this movie that involve Gohan and Piccolo and the final villain, which we're going to talk about in just a couple seconds. And the thing about it is, I will make videos on it. Other content creators will make videos on it. And, it's going to be officially released from Japan. There's going to be really no way to avoid it unless, like I said, you stay entirely off social media. And you just don't go, you stay away from those platforms until this movie comes out. That's really the only thing you can do. It's the only thing you can do. And like I said, if you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at Toei for not releasing this movie in the US around the same time as its release date in Japan. But you got to wait a whole 2 months. There's a whole 60 days that people that really don't want to be spoiled have to really stay off social media. Because, with some of the spoilers that we're going to talk about from this movie, they're going to make, collaborations with Dragon Ball games like Xenoverse and Legends and Dokkan Battle, right? And, that's going to spoil people before it even releases in the US. And there's really nothing they can do. There's going to be images of toys and posters and other cool merch that people are going to get spoiled just based off that. And there's really nothing they can do about it. At the end of the day, the only way you can really do it, and I will keep repeating it, the only way you can really put yourself in the best position to not get spoiled is to stay off social media entirely, because it's just so easy in today's age. So easy. And look, be mad at Toei for not releasing the movie in the US at the same time as Japan, really. And then, you let them know that next time they have a Dragon Ball movie or anything in general, just release it at the same time or around the same time, that you release it in Japan. It's really that simple. And there's really not much else you can say about it. Nothing else really to say. Right? So I just wanted to talk about spoils really quick because, a lot of people have been talking about it. But we're going to get into some of these actual spoilers, right? There's 4 ones we're going to talk about really today, and we'll go through some others at the end of the video. But the first one, I have Goku and Vegeta on the screen, as you can see, right? So one of the spoilers from the movie is Vegeta actually defeats Goku. So we don't really get the triple threat between Vegeta, Goku, and Broly like we thought we were, right? It's more just a one-on-one sparring battle between Goku and Vegeta. Broly watches on the sidelines like basically everybody else does. The big reason for that is because Broly is still struggling to control his power. He's still learning how to control his power, and when he tries to control it, he just ends up raging. And we all know how dangerous that is. Because Broly's a good person, but when he can't control his power, he goes berserk, and then everybody and everything gets threatened by that. So Broly does not participate in the sparring battle, but it's Goku and Vegeta in their base forms. Whis tells him not to use Ki Blast, not to transform either. So Goku and Vegeta are basically sparring throughout this entire film. They only have a couple scenes in the movie, and in the mid-credit scene, right? At the mid-credit scene, during the credits, we see that Goku and Vegeta are absolutely exhausted from their battle, but Vegeta actually ends up the winner. So there you go. Vegeta defeats Goku in a sparring training battle. Still, that's awesome, and we'll probably talk about that a little bit more in the future. But what is interesting is, remember, they didn't transform, so we don't see no Super Saiyan Blue or Ultra Instinct or Ultra Ego, anything like that, right? And they didn't use Ki Blast, so how differently would the fight go if Goku and Vegeta were able to use their full power? I don't know. But Vegeta does beat Goku in the sparring battle, right? So, and Vegeta fans, I know you'll be pretty excited about that. So let's get into some of the big spoilers, right? Probably the three biggest spoilers in this movie. So, and we're going. Let's count down from 3, 2, 1, right? So number 3, the final villain, right? The Gammas are not the main antagonists of this film. They are the antagonists of this film for the probably I would say the first half of the movie, a little bit into I would say about 60%, right? But the last 40% of this movie is Cell Max. That is the villain, right? And we've talked about this already. Cell Max, he's not the resurrected Cell from DBZ, right? He's a different version of Cell created by the Red Ribbon Army, right? And basically, with this version of Cell Max, he is gigantic. He is huge. And basically his design is very, very similar to Cell in his second form. Said he doesn't have pupils, but his eyes are red, right? And his color scheme is red and green. Doesn't look that bad. And the thing about it is, I would say this version of Cell is much more terrifying than any version of Cell we've gotten in the past. If I'm being honest with you, he's absolutely menace. And the thing about it is, if you see the spoiler clips that are going around on the internet, right? He doesn't have dialogue, so he doesn't talk. He's basically he basically just screams the entire time. He just screams and rages, and then just causes pain and destruction. So he screams almost this entire the entire time on the battlefield, right? And the Sea Fighters do struggle a lot against him. They really do struggle against him. But still, this is Cell Max. This is the final villain of this film, the main villain of this film, if you really want to say it. And he is a rageaholic, man. He really, ooh. Based on the clips I've seen him, all he does is scream and rage, right? I think they had the original Cell actor still come back to voice him, but just remember, it's just really screams. And he is deadly. This is definitely the most deadly, the most evil version of Cell we've ever seen. Remember, he's not the resurrected Cell, but he is a version of Cell created by the Red Ribbon Army. And definitely he was modeled by the Cell from DBZ. So there you have it. There's the third biggest spoiler, in my opinion, from this film. The second big spoiler from this film, right? The second biggest, in my opinion, is Piccolo gets not one, but two new forms in this movie. And like I said, I've seen a lot of the clips on the internet, right? I'm not going to play any of those. I could react to them, but I'm not going to risk getting copyrighted at all. I know, definitely they would love to give me a copyright strike, but I am not going to take that risk today. But Piccolo does get two new forms. One of them, Ultimate or Potential Unleashed Piccolo, whatever you want to call it, right? He gets it from the Dragon Balls, but the big thing is, not only does Shenron unlock Piccolo's potential, but he also gives Piccolo a little something extra, and that is the result of Orange Piccolo, right? So with this version of Piccolo, he becomes a lot more massive. So basically, to give it context, so Piccolo does pretty well against the Gamma. He fights Gamma 2 for the most part, but eventually Gamma 2 does overwhelm him. But all of a sudden, when there's a scene where Piccolo's falling, you've seen it probably in all the teaser trailers that we've gotten so far, right? And all the TV spots, Piccolo is falling, but then some orange explosion happens around him. At first, some people were like, does this have something to do with Cell Max or something else, right? But no, it was actually the entire time, it was a transformation. So Shenron gave Piccolo an extra huge amount of power, right? And it comes to fruition when Piccolo is falling. So Piccolo then wakes up and then he transforms into this. He becomes much more bigger. He doesn't become like big like Cell Max, but he becomes a lot larger, and he is orange, and also like I don't want to say his horns, but um those little rods that stick out of his head, right? Usually they're down and by the side, they stick fully up now, right? So Piccolo is bigger. He also has orange slash red eyes with a black outline around him. So when I first saw this, I was like, whoa, that doesn't really look like Piccolo at all. But the more I look at it, the more I do see Piccolo in it, right? I did, and the thing about it is, you gotta remember, this is like kind of a 3D movie in a way, so it's different from anything we've ever seen from Dragon Ball before, right? The interesting part to me will be in the coming years, right? When we see this form in the DBS manga, because I assume we will see it in the DBS manga eventually, right? When the DBS anime comes back and they go after the movie, because Piccolo will probably be using this form more in the future, how will it look then? Because remember, I don't expect 3D Dragon Ball to be here to stay. I could see it maybe in a future film, potentially, but I don't see it being the future when it comes to the DBS anime. There's no 3D in the DBS manga, but, it's a different look, but I like it. I like it. At first, when I first saw it, I was like, wait, what? But the thing about it, the more I look at it, the more I like it, I do. Maybe the only problem is I like it better when those rods maybe just face the other way. But remember, Piccolo's never had a different form before. All these years in Dragon Ball, we've always known Piccolo just to be Piccolo, dark green. But now Piccolo gets not only one but two forms in this movie, and that's hype. I'm happy Piccolo has new forms. Right, I thought all Piccolo would have in this movie would be his potential unleash, right? But he gets that, which he does get a little bit bigger in that form, and he gets light green, and the what's it called? The little rays on his arms do go away. But now he has another form, which makes him even bigger, right? He becomes like a foot larger. He's massive. He's ripped, and then he also is orange, and he has the rods facing upward. So this is new for Piccolo. It's different, but I'm happy Piccolo got it. I'm happy. And the thing about it is, you think about it, you go from dark green to light green in potential unleash to orange, right? I know Xenoverse people that play like Xenoverse, where you can make like a custom Namekian, they are going to go berserk with this. They're gonna go absolutely wild with this. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a video of playing as Orange Piccolo in Xenoverse. That would be fun, right? But still, people are gonna have a field day with this. But like I said, I like it. I'm happy Piccolo gets new forms. I know it's a little bit wacky that his color fully changes, but remember, he's a Namekian, right? When Goku and Vegeta and Gohan get new transformations, their hair color changes. They don't change their skin tone, but their hair changes, their eyebrows changes, their eyes sometimes changes as well. It makes sense for Piccolo getting a new form that his color kind of changes. Because remember, Piccolo doesn't have any hair or anything like that. So if you're gonna give Piccolo a transformation, having him become bigger, having his complexion change, I don't have any problem with it. It makes sense, really. Makes sense. So I feel like for most people, it's just gonna, be just getting used to it. Especially, right now, people are only seeing this new form through clips, through leaks. Remember, here in America, we don't get the movie till August. Right? So I feel like, especially for some people who may feel indifferent about the form right now, let's see how they feel about the form once they've seen it on the big screen in August, and seen it for themselves. It's two completely different things to see something from leaks and cam footage from something that someone filmed on their phone in a movie theater, to seeing it in its full HD glory in the movie theater itself. So I feel like people just gotta, really give it time. Of course, there's gonna be some people that don't like it, right? And remember, change. A lot of people say don't like change, right? Piccolo went what? How long is Dragon Ball around? Piccolo's been around in Dragon Ball for 30 something years now, right? There's always going to be people that don't like change, you know? But hey, I like it. I like Piccolo's new form, you know? If I had to pick one or the other, I think his potential unleash form is the best one. But the thing about it is, our opinions are gonna change about these as time goes on. The longer we have it, the more we get used to it, right? Our opinions will change about the forms, and like I said, it's gonna be completely different once we see this in a movie theater, right? You know, we'll see Orange Piccolo in future Dragon Ball games like Xenoverse and whatever they have planned next. Trust me. And plus, there's going to be merchandise and other things they make surrounding this form. It will just take time for people to get used to it, right? But for the most part, I like it. I like it. Remember, they could have chose any color they gave Piccolo for a new transformation. They could have gave him red for all we know. They could have gave him blue. They could have gave him purple. They chose to go this direction, and to be honest, I like it. I like it. I've seen the scene where he gets the transformation and it has a cool like choir theme to go along with it, and then like Gamatu comes flying in like, what the hell is that? And tries punching Piccolo in the stomach, and Piccolo just no sells it. He doesn't even flinch. And Piccolo does one huge right hand and he knocks Gamatu out. And it looks like an absolute badass. There's also a scene where like Gamatu is like looking up to Piccolo, and Piccolo just looks super intimidating, right? And that is absolutely awesome. I love it. So, and you guys gotta remember, if you guys don't know me, Piccolo's my favorite character in Dragon Ball after Goku. He's my second favorite character. So I absolutely love that Piccolo gets to shine here. Not only is Piccolo this basically like the second main character of this movie behind Gohan, but the fact that they're showing him love by not giving him not one but two new forms, I love it. I love it. Remember, Goku got two forms in the same arc. Remember, Tournament of Power, UI Sign, and Mastered Ultra Instinct. So I have no problem with Piccolo getting two new forms in the same movie. My only problem really is I would have just rather Piccolo just train for these forms, especially since Piccolo's character trains all day long. That's what he does. He meditates, he trains, right? I would have preferred that route instead of Piccolo just getting two new forms from Shenron. But remember, knowing Piccolo, he'll improve on the form going forward, and he'll make the form more of his own as time goes on, right? There's also a scene in the movie where Piccolo becomes massive, basically the same way he did back in Dragon Ball when he was fighting Goku in the Budokai tournament, right? Krillin actually reminds Piccolo that, hey, he has a massive form, and Piccolo, actually remembers that he can do it. He hadn't used it for so many years because there was really no need for him to use it, that he actually forgot how to use it, that he could go massive. Well, he didn't forget how to go massive. He just forgot that he could do it. So Krillin reminds him about his massive form, and he actually goes massive while being in his orange form, right? And he's going up against Cell Max, right, for the most part, and it's pretty damn cool. The only thing that is, when Piccolo goes giant, that doesn't increase his power. It's more of just a technique, right? And actually, the burden of him being massive actually makes him a little bit weaker as time goes on. It causes a little bit of a strain on his body. But the thing about it is, I wanted to just mention that really quick. But Piccolo Orange Piccolo, and remember, there's a scene where the other Z fighters like, what do we call this? And Piccolo's just like, you know what? Just call it Orange Piccolo for now. They're actually going by just Orange Piccolo, and it is wacky, of course, but maybe they'll give it a more professional, more cool, badass name later on. But for now, they're just calling it Orange Piccolo, and that's fine. No need to make it too complex, really. It would be cool to know what power Shenron specifically gave him. Like, we know that the power he gave him caused this transformation, but was it power from the Dragon Balls, right? That would be kind of cool, right? Dragon Ball Piccolo went away. Piccolo being orange, the Dragon Balls being orange, right? That could be cool. Like maybe Piccolo, or maybe Shenron gave Piccolo um power straight from the Dragon Balls themselves. Like I think that would be kind of cool and interesting, but I don't know. Maybe they'll explain it in the future. Definitely because like I said, this movie just came out. There's gonna be tons of more interviews with Toriyama and the other guys who made the movie. So we'll definitely learn way more about Piccolo's form going forward later on. But it is very, very interesting, right? But yeah, Orange Piccolo, there he is, and I like it. I like it. It's good to see. And I will say this: do not even start with the power scaling. Do not start with the power scaling. I am not gonna get into that. Oh, is it how does this compare to UI Goku or Ultra Ego Vegeta or Full Power Super Saiyan Broly? Like, I am not getting into that bait anytime soon. This movie's not gonna help us really when it comes to power scaling. Like, no, we would actually have to see more battles, like Gohan's form against Goku and other stuff before we can make a determination on that. It is but yeah, it is really cool to see Piccolo get a new form though. 2 new forms in this movie, and I like it. I like it. There we have it, Orange Piccolo, man. And look at how his clothes are stretching out because he's so massive here. Oh, awesome. That's cool. And last but not least, the big one, right? The one that broke Twitter yesterday for the anime side of things, Gohan Blanco, or as his official name's going, Final Gohan. Final Gohan. Gohan gets a new form. And if I'm being honest, first off, before anything, right? We've been talking about Gohan getting a new form in this movie for a while. It was never confirmed, right? Based on what other sources were telling us before this movie came out, there was people saying that Gohan was going to unlock a higher form of power, but a lot of people thought it was just going to be a much more stronger version of Ultimate Gohan, right? With the black hair and the bang. But, there was no information out at all about Gohan getting a whole new transformation, even though we speculated that could be the case. And I thought it was likely that Gohan was going to get a new form. But I didn't expect this. I did not expect this. Gohan Blanco, right? And before I go any forward, I do want to give a shout out to Toei because, when the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie came out, they spoiled a lot of that movie just through their marketing alone, right? And Gogeta versus Broly and all that, like you knew that fight was happening. You knew that was happening. At least here, they didn't spoil anything about Orange Piccolo or Cell Max or Final Gohan. They didn't. This is all stuff that's coming out via leaks, right? That people have already seen the movie in Japan or putting out on the internet and all that. But I'll give Toei credit for not spoiling any of this officially through their own marketing. All right, and that's pretty damn cool. That's pretty cool. And getting to Final Gohan, right? This is something Gohan having like white hair is something that people have been memeing for years, right? Not Ultra Instinct Gohan, just white hair Gohan in general. And here we're finally getting it. We finally got it here, but it is different. So I will say that I saw the scene where Gohan transforms. There's so much I could say about that scene alone. The animation is absolutely insane. One of the most beautiful animated scenes I've ever seen from Dragon Ball. Misako Nozawa absolutely killed it. The screams he gave when she's acting as Gohan and Gohan's transforming, it is absolutely insane, especially at her age. Like I know, here. We've seen footage of Sean Schemmel doing I will not let you destroy my world and things like that. It would be so cool if we could see Masako Nozawa in the booth recording, especially the scene as she's screaming when Gohan transforms. Masako Nozawa absolutely killed it for that transformation scene with her voice. Killed it. I don't know how at her age she's still able to scream at that like that. She's like what 82 now, but she did an amazing job with the voice acting here. The scene is absolutely beautifully animated, right? Then they do like a super slow reveal of Gohan's form, showing his body from different angles. And then his aura is like purple with red electricity. It is so cool, so beautiful. I cannot wait to see it when it's not canned footage and officially on the big screen here in America. But like I said, so Gohan has a massive bang. All right, this is nothing like his ultimate Gohan bang, but this bang is massive and it's like twice as long as his normal bang is. So it is like just hanging over down by his chin, right? He has red eyes and he has a whitish / silver hair, right? And his hair is extra long. It's not like Super Saiyan 3 long, but it is much longer than Gohan's normal hair, probably close to double for being honest. So Gohan's hair is massively long along with the bang, and he looks like a badass. And really, Cell Max goes, and remember, Cell Max is massive. So Cell Max goes to try to uppercut Gohan, right? And you can see Cell Max's hand hits Gohan's chest, and he just absolutely eats it. Then he and he's talking shit like, is that all? Then he kicks Cell Max away, right? And then Piccolo, who was knocked unconscious earlier, who Gohan thought died, and that's Gohan thinking that Piccolo died is what sparks Gohan's transformation, right? Piccolo turns giant again, and then is starting to stop Cell Max from firing a huge ki blast at Gohan, right? While this is happening, Gohan is charging up a special beam cannon, right? The first time ever that he's used it, right? Gohan yells at Piccolo like, "Do it!" And then Piccolo, Piccolo tells Gohan to do it. Very similar to how Gohan defeated Cell in DBZ, right? And then Gohan fires it. Beautiful. The colors are absolutely ridiculous, right? So colorful. Like, people thought that Gogeta versus Broly was peak colors in Dragon Ball. Just wait till you see these colors here. So Gohan fires it, destroys Cell Max's attack, and also it goes straight through Cell Max's forehead, and he dies. Gohan kills him. And that's how the battle ends, right? There's this funny ass picture going around of Piccolo in his orange form, just looking at, like, he has his arms by his hips. He's like, Gohan, is that you? What the hell? And then Gohan has his arms folded, and then people have been memeing it the last couple of days already. It is hilarious. I cannot wait to see that full interaction once I get to see this film. But in terms of Gohan's new form, I don't know. I like Piccolo's form. I love Piccolo's form, right? And I'm happy for him. Like I said, I speculated that Gohan would get a new form in this movie. I just didn't expect this. This is very, very different from what I think anybody expected. Gohan's hair to get twice as long and him to have a giant bang along with red eyes. That's something. Excuse me. That's something. That is something right there. And like I said, power scaling these forms, there's really no point in even trying it right now, because we know it's after the Granola arc. We know that Goku and Vegeta are so much stronger than where they were before, and we don't know where to compare any of this. We don't know how to compare any. We don't know how to compare any of this to Ultra Instinct Goku or Ultra Ego Vegeta. Like, right now, we have no idea what to do with that. So, you know, let's so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I like the design of this form. It's gonna have to grow on me. Like I said, the orange Piccolo form, I like it, right? And it is different, but I like it. But this form, to me, first off, I don't know. As a Goku fan, I kind of like that Goku had Ultra Instinct with the silver hair to himself. I don't know how I feel that now you're giving Gohan a silver hair form. Even though, yes, the red eyes are amazing. The red eyes are badass as hell. But I don't know how I feel about Gohan having a silver hair form and Goku having a silver hair form. I don't know how I feel about that. Right? Plus, I don't know why Gohan's bang is so freaking large here, and his hair is massive. I don't know why if that was really needed. Like I said, these forms are gonna have to grow on me, but I don't know how I feel about Gohan's form right now. Like, it's badass. I'm not gonna say he doesn't look cool, but I think the hair and the bang. I don't know if it being that massive was needed. I don't know if it was. Another thing is, right, what like I said, the power scaling thing is one thing, but also will Gohan and Piccolo. I can see Piccolo having access to his forms in the future. Will Gohan have access to this form in the future? Right? We've already seen, and also in this movie, Gohan has to re-unlock his ultimate form because Gohan he slacks on his training. He wants to be a scholar and focus on research and other things, right? And then he slacks on his training. When a conflict arises, he starts training again, and then he has to like re-unlock that power because we know that Gohan can be stronger than anybody else, right? He has more potential than any of the other C fighters, including his dad and Vegeta, Goku and Vegeta. So in the future, will Gohan have to relearn this form or re-unlock it? Or is he going to train to where he can transform into this form at any time? Like I said, Cell Max doesn't offer a challenge to Gohan at all here. Gohan fires off one kick and hits the special beam cannon for the win. That's it. We don't know what's the limits of this form. We don't know, how strong Gohan is compared to Goku and even Piccolo. We have no idea, what heights Gohan can reach with this form right now. We have no idea. We just know that Gohan has a new form at this point, right? I was trying to say something else. I already talked about power scaling. I talked about the form appearance. I don't know. I'm forgetting what else I was gonna say about. Oh yeah, and now I remember. Yes, the form name is Final Gohan, right? But with Piccolo's forms, we know he got it through the Dragon Balls, right? Shenron unlocked his potential, and then he also he unlocked his potential, and then he gave him that extra power, right? Which resulted in Orange Piccolo. I also forgot that there's a symbol on Piccolo's back that you can see when he's in this form. There's like an orange light, right? With Piccolo or with Gohan here, we know that he gets this power in a rage because Cell Max attacks Piccolo, and then it almost looks like Piccolo is dead, but he's not dead. But Gohan thinks he's dead, and then Gohan rages, and then the transformation scene is almost exactly like when Gohan turned Super Saiyan 2 against Cell in DBZ. It's like a huge Easter egg. And then and then Gohan unlocks this form. But we don't know what to call this. We don't really know what it is, right? Is it like another form of Super Saiyan Rage? Remember Trunks had Super Saiyan Rage in the Goku Black arc, and they really never explained that. How are you supposed to explain this, right? Is this a new level of Super Saiyan? Is this Super Saiyan 4? We know that they're calling it Final Gohan, but what's the explanation for this power? Is it rage? Is it something else? Right? Is it Ultimate Gohan? Like, is it potential unleash mixed with Super Saiyan? I don't know. That could be it. Is it like the power of rage mixed with ultimate potential? Having your potential unleashed? I don't know. But they are going to have to explain what really is this power. It's not Ultra Instinct, it's not Ultra Ego, right? It is a power up transformation, right? And it doesn't seem to change Gohan's fighting style in any way. But like I said, we have no idea what the limits of this form is until they explain it to us more in the future. And of course, once we have more information on this form and what it actually is, right, I will make more videos on it. But for now, we just have to call it Final Gohan. Right. It looks good. You know, I do need to get used to really the long hair and the bang because it is a little bit ridiculous. But at the end of the day, it is cool to see Gohan have a new form, something completely different. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see what they do with this going forward. But like I said, I think I like Orange Piccolo's form more right now because Gohan's hair does seem a little ridiculous with the bang and the huge amount of length. But we'll see how it grows on me over time. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Which form is better? Is it Ultimate Gohan or Final Gohan or Orange Piccolo? Let me know. But yeah, really quickly, let's go through a couple more spoilers. Not too much to talk about, but yeah, at the end of this movie, Dr. Hito works at Capsule Corporation, right? Basically, the Red Ribbon Army is basically destroyed at the end of this movie again after the Sea Fighters win. So Dr. Ito, who's not really a bad guy, right? He just chose to really work for the Red Ribbon Army. He asks Bulma if he can work at Capsule Corp, and Bulma says sure. So Dr. Ito now works at the Capsule Corp. He survives the movie. Pan learns how to fly, right? So when Pan is running from the purple explosions, as we've seen kind of in the trailers already, right? She takes off for the first time. So Pan learns how to fly at 3 years old, and of course, we know that Pan knows how to fly at the end of DBZ. So there we go. Now we know. Now we have the explanation of how Pan learns how to fly, right? Carmine survives. So there's a moment in this film where Pan knocks out Carmine, but the movie doesn't say anything about his future. So we can assume, since we didn't see Carmine die on screen, that Carmine is alive. Vomi, this is a big one. So Android 21, we knew that she would have a cameo in this movie and that her name would be revealed. Basically, the cameo takes place at the very, very close to the beginning of the film. There's a flashback of Dr. Gero, and it's revealed that he had a relationship with Android 21, and her real name is Vomi. So yeah, Jero's wife, Gibo's brother, and Hito's grandmother. So there you have it. Android 21 in Dr. Jero's family tree. So yes, I don't think it explains how she died or anything like that, but still, there you have it. So excuse me. But yeah, so she appears for a quick cameo in a flashback, and it says yes, Dr. Gero had two sons. So Jibo, right, who basically looks like Android 16, right? So if you guys have seen in Fighter Z, right, those interactions that Android 21 has with Android 16, right? It's kind of like a mother and son relationship, but they never come out and say it in Fighter Z. They never come out and just say it, right? Excuse me, but basically they confirm it here. So Gero had two sons, right? And Gibo, who was one of Jero's son, basically he served as the foundation of what Android 16 would look like, right? And we'll see that in the film. And Hito's father, and I think Hito's father we've seen in one of the trailers. So there's like little photos on the desk, on Hito's desk, and you can see someone wearing a purple outfit similar to what Dr. Hito wears in the film. So we've basically seen Hito's father before, but once we see the movie, like then everyone will have a good look about what Hito's father actually looks like. All right. Yes. So Gamma 2 dies. Gamma 2 dies. This is not really too much of a surprise, right? If you see in the soundtrack, there's a track just called Gamma 2's Resolve, right? And basically, once Cell Max is activated, the Gammas work with the Dragon team to try to take them down. But basically, what Gamma 2 does is Gamma 2 flies up into the sky and tries to kill Cell Max by aiming at his forehead, because there's like a little bump that he'll put on Cell Max's forehead, which serves as his weak point. But Gamma 2 fails, and actually, Cell Max kills Gamma 2. Gamma 1 survives, and we see him at the end of the film with the Dragon team. Don't know what that means. Don't know if that means Gamma 1's going to become a Z fighter or anything like that. But Gamma 2 is dead. But it'll be interesting. Maybe they bring back Gamma 2 in the future. They could revive him with the Dragon Balls if they wanted to, right? You know, I could definitely see maybe in the future Gamma 1 doing that, or maybe, you know, they reinvent him somehow, something like that. But Gamma 2 does die, sacrificing himself in saving Gohan from Cell Max. All right, Hachimaru. So Dr. Hito's Hachimaru, so the spy being, right? Dr. Hito's Hachimaru has been spying Magnata ever since Hito returned from prison, and on Hito's orders, Hachimaru kills Magenta, but it's too late. So basically, or Magenta, whatever you want to call him, Magenta basically is the one that activates Cell Max, right? Activates Cell Max, and then Dr. Hito is basically begging, saying Cell Max is not ready yet. The brainwashing is not complete, right? But Magenta really doesn't care. But what happens is, basically, Magenta tries to kill Hito, right? But Hito survives, and he orders Hachimaru to inject Magenta with poison, and he does in his neck. But on like his last action before he dies, he clicks the button that activates Cell Max. And yes, that's about it for the spoiler. So yes, so we talked about it. So I had to give my reaction video, but like I said, I just wanted to take some time to sit down, chat with you guys about Cell Max and Orange Piccolo and Final Gohan, and I wanted to, you guys to hear my thoughts. So basically, like I said, it is exciting, especially Piccolo fans, Gohan fans. Not only do they get to be the stars of this movie, but they get new forms. Piccolo gets 2 new forms. Gohan gets a new form, right? Both have super badass moments. And yeah, like I said, I like Orange Piccolo. I do. Yeah, I like it. He looks like a badass. I love Piccolo, and I'm happy for him. I am very, very happy for Piccolo. Gohan, his form's gonna have to grow on me, but we'll just have to wait and see as time goes on. Like Gohan, like I said, Gohan looks like a badass. He is a badass in this film, especially in the final moments. But still, the form itself, it will have to grow on me, and I want explanation on what the hell this form actually is. Like, is it the power of rage combined with potential unleashed? Like, what is it? It doesn't seem like a Super Saiyan form, right? But still, I hope we get the explanation sooner rather than later. But yeah, and Cell Max, he looks much more deadlier than the original Cell ever could be, right? But yes, there you have it. Orange Piccolo, Final Gohan, Cell Max. Let me know what you guys think of all these new forms in the comment section down below. Which one of your favorites? Do you guys like it? Do you guys not? Be honest with me and just let me know. But other than that, guys, that's about all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys so very much for joining me here on the channel. I'm going to have tons and tons of videos talking about Dragon Ball Super Super Hero in the coming weeks, months. Like I said, the movie just came out of Japan, right? And as we get ready to have it released here in the US, it is going to be very, very exciting. So make sure you guys are here. I will be keep you guys updated with all the good news and all the videos as I can. But yeah, like I said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel by hitting the bell. My name, FitzMonkTV, so you guys are notified every time I post a new video. Follow me down on social media. The links are in the description down below. I will see you guys later. Peace.